from a personal perspective, the 7th of October, what were you seeing and what were you witnessing as the chief emergency doctor on that fateful morning?
So my role on October 7 was to manage the mass casualty event. When you manage the mass casualty event, theoretically, you're a step back. You don't actually physically treat the patients. You're managing the whole event. You're making sure that all the patients that need to be seen are being seen, that the procedures are being prioritized. It's theoretically a very technical role. It was impossible for it to be technical on that day, because whilst you're functioning, you can hear the echoes and the screams of the patients, basically of the victims who are crying out, my family's been killed, all the soldiers with me are dead, just let me go back, let me out, we're being slaughtered, and you're hearing those echoes, and at the same time you have to sort of try and shut them off and function. The only time I stopped, basically, in the whole day, I managed to send a note, one WhatsApp, to one person who's a very dear man to me, who lives in Near is in his late 70s, and I knew that they would be under fire, and I sent him a note at 2:30 to say, "Are you okay?" He sent back, "We're strong. We're strong. We'll be strong. We'll be okay." An hour later, when I had the next opportunity to send a WhatsApp, I said, "Thank God, because you're very dear and you're very special." And 2 days later, I found out that his whole family was murdered in that hour. His daughter and his son-in-law and his 2 grandsons were shot at point blank in Kibbutz Be'eri after they left their mamad, which was under fire, and hid themselves in a trench. The 2 younger sons were underneath them. When they felt the bodies had stopped moving, they came out. And that was what October 7 was. It was functioning. It was, we're strong, we're doing well, and not realizing during the day the depth of the trauma to the people and to the nation. And to the staff. The staff we were all functioning, we were all robotic, and only when we settled down, which was basically the next day, the next morning, did you look in the eyes of your staff and realize what trauma we'd gone through, and we didn't actually even know how to deal with it at the time. I went home. I went to work at 6. I left for work at 6:15 on Saturday morning. I went home at midnight on Tuesday night. So I was there for 3 days. The wounded were coming in non-stop. Trying to deal with the trauma of the whole situation, trying to deal with the trauma of the staff. The whole thing's a blur. I remember when driving home, my husband came to pick me up. I remember driving home being shocked that there was a world around me. It's like, well, oh my God, people are like driving in the streets, Oh, there's some people speaking on the radio. You didn't realize, it felt like the world come to an end. It really did. It was definitely a life-changing event.